You also see this hamlet here, a hamlet there.
Do you know how to play?
A load of buildings there.
Alright, are you ready?
Ready.
You sure?
Sure. Okay. What's next? Next?
We know that in the Anglo-Saxon period, this was densely settled. Dominic tells me there were 60 to 70 buildings just here, another 270
What's that?
over there.
Oh,
14 settlements within 11 kilometres of where
Right.
I'm standing.
So, which color would you like to play? I do hold. Which one would you like? Red, yellow, or black? Pick one.
Dominic's research suggests
What color would you like? What color? Do you want yellow or red?
In the histories.
Which one? Right? No. Yeah, I'm gonna roll the dice in here, and then you have to pick one color for you yourself. So you pick red, and I'll pick. No, not yet. Just hold. Hold, all right? Okay, ready? You first. I'll roll the dice now. Put yours in 5. Yeah. Yeah, there. Leave it. Mama will do now. And I'll be in 5 too. So, or in 5. So roll the dice. Roll the dice now. Put the dice here. Put the dice. No, put it like that. Oh, 3. Move number 3. So 1, 2, 3. Move your red into here. Me, myself now. Oh, 3 the same. No, you have to put in here. Wait. Oh my God. Roll the dice and put this. Put yours in there. Put in there. Hurry up. Now roll the dice. Roll the dice. Roll. Put. Let go. Number 2. So you have to move your red into number 10. Yeah. Now. Why are the same? Now I need to go to
To smack Mummy again. Is Mummy being naughty to you?
You want black only you and I've been playing. No need 3 people in there. Oh, Daddy. So are you playing with Daddy's body as well? Yeah? Hey, Daddy need to go in the first start here, number 1. Put Daddy number 2 in there. Where's Daddy? No, that's sure. That's easy. Put that number.
Cheating on me.
Put Daddy in number. Oh my God, dude.
Hey, busy. You want me to smack that Mummy's butt?
Put Daddy here. Daddy needs to go.
Stop cheating, Mummy.
What's wrong?
Is Mummy cheating? Bizarre.
Here's the dice. Now roll the dice.
Quick, show us what number. What number? Go, quick.
Roll the dice. Roll. I said roll the dice, not put in there.
That's
that's
it.
it.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
number 1.
Move.
Move your color red there. Alright?
See there.
Okay.
Yeah, there. That's the one.
No, Daddy's still in number 2.
Don't cheat, Mummy.
Southwest England, the
No.
team are also unearthing peaceful lifestyle.
You have to roll the dice like that.
Extravagant.
So me, I need to go on number 12 because I got number 3. Yeah, you stay in number 11. Don't cheat. Daddy's still in number 2.
That's not fair.
Because you're late, Daddy.
We've been finding
Alright, Daddy's time. So Daddy's number 3. 1, 2, 3. So Daddy will be staying in the 5. Alright? Why you remove yours? You have to put yours in number 11. Alright, roll the dice now. What number is 6? Oh gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. Sorry, Izzy. That's mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, Daddy's still in number 5. No. Leave mine in there.
This was certainly not a backwater.
Yeah, that's it. Leave it there. Alright, roll the dice now.
Different from that in the Anglo-Saxon East.
What number is that? Number 2. Who's that? Yours, Daddy. So, alright, roll the dice again.
There was indeed a
Roll the dice.
settlement here, a high status settlement. Different from what's happening
No!
the rest of Britain. Time.
What are you doing?
It seems
I
to be
told
the
you,
case
put mine in here.
those
Mine is yellow.
burials
Shush!
occur primarily to the southeast of that line, but there are always pockets and patchworks within that zone, and that west of that stays largely British speaking.
Put yours in here. Now roll the dice, please. Roll it.
Archaeologically, 5th century Britain.
Oh, number
looks like
2.
a
So you have to move in number 2. You go
As if
through
the
19.
Anglo-Saxons didn't
Okay.
arrive en masse
Roll
and
the
killed
dice
locals
again.
In the East. What did happen? Why did the culture change?
But
Surprisingly, new evidence is emerging from
Come on.
research being conducted here.
again, sorry.
This is Diamond Light Source in Oxfordshire. The UK National Facility for Synchrotron Radiation.
What is what?
No. You're still in number 19. Yours in there. That is still number 7. Mine is still in number 12. Now you have to roll the dice so I can move. So what's that? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. I need to get back to number 6 because the snake ate mine, myself, so I need to go back here.
At beamline 18, this is where physics and archaeology collide.
Na. Hindi kita maghuma na nito eh.
Here, scientists are penetrating deep into the structure of
What's your
archaeological
name?
finds using X-rays focused to a sixth
She's not
of
following the
width of a human
rules
hair.
of the game. She's
The
making her
evidence under
own
scrutiny
style
is
of playing.
grave goods from an Anglo-Saxon cemetery
See?
first excavated in 1926 in the village of Oakington in Cambridgeshire, on the east side
What do
of
you
the
mean
Dark
6?
Age divide.
How come it became 6 in there?
Six.
Over 100 skeletons were discovered under a primary school playground, including one woman's grave which had been disturbed, but miraculously not entirely destroyed.
I think you want the big
by a
one,
modern
alright?
power
Not
cable.
this one.
London Fair has been leading the most recent investigation.
Right. No way.
These are all the photographs from the excavations.
His team found what looked like distinctive Anglo-Saxon objects in many of the graves.
So we've got an adult in the middle
Yeah.
with 2 brooches.
So
on the shoulder,
what's going on now?
Amber beads. And next to it is an
I
adolescent.
put in there, so we
and a
finish?
child.
Yes, that's small child.
Yeah, alright, finish. Put it back in there.
And we've got round brooches, we've got long brooches, we've got cruciform brooches. It works really.
Ay, pastila ni nga bata.
From an Anglo-Saxon cemetery, no surprises there.
No surprises, absolutely typical in every way.
Don't
But
lose.
archaeological evidence, just like written history, is open to misinterpretation.
I think you have
Duncan
to
was reluctant
get
to
the
jump to an
chicas.
obvious conclusion.
Not this one.
One of the problems that archaeology does have is when we find people buried, we have tended to associate the artifacts with them.
No, you're making your own rules. You're not following in there where the game was need to play.
Anglo-Saxon brooch, the
No,
cruciform
that
brooch.
is to do with
You
it.
can't
I
just
don't
take
know, it's
an
not.
item of material culture and
Because
assume
before you
it knows what
move
it
your
means.
button, you have to roll the
Duncan
dice.
decided to
And
analyse
you have
the
to start
brooches
number one,
using
not
the synchrotron.
everywhere. So you're not following the rules of the game. See? How come you're in there already? You're not
The
started
high-energy
this side
X-ray
yet.
beam is focused on a tiny but unusual feature that is
And the
spotted
rules
from a
is,
classic
if you
Anglo-Saxon
go to the
cross.
mouth of the snake will eat you. So you have to go back where the tail of the snake. So you have to be in here. If the snake eats you this
So,
side, if
do
this
the
snake
blue areas and
will
green
eat
areas
you,
represent
you're gonna
different
go back to number
Exactly.
24.
Green
That's
bits
what the rule was.
highlight iron.
But you're not
Blue bits highlight
following it.
lead. Lead. This is
Yeah.
glass.
And if
And
your
this is a
button
very
was in
particular
here,
type of
you have to
glassworking.
climb on the
It's
stairs,
not
like make the
typically
stairs or the
Anglo-Saxon.
ladders
It's British.
and go
What
up.
you're doing is you're taking
That's
out
what's their rules.
the glass, grinding it up and
Oh,
grinding it
no.
Snake,
the
drag you
scrapings
down,
from the inside of the
ladder,
crystal, and then you
go your
bake it
further.
into the holes into the object and it makes an apple.
Yeah,
Enamel
go,
like
yeah.
this was a local technique, not something normally found in continental Anglo and Saxon culture. So this is fascinating because it means that this is not an import
So what's
from
that
the
one?
continent. It's an imported idea, it's an imported style, but it's a
So you're using the ladder now.
Exactly.
How come you use the ladder? How come all your players are in here?
Is actually
Yeah.
much less straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means we can't just assume that these skeletons belong to
What's going on in
Anglo-Saxon
there?
incomers. Something more
Well,
complicated is going on.
Let's go back again. So you choose red, I'll have a yellow. And
Duncan
that
wanted to
black one
understand
is
where the
a
skeletons came from.
reserve.
So he turned
It's
to
reserve,
another modern
alright?
technology,
Set.
ancient
So I roll the
DNA
dice.
analysis.
Put yours in number 2. So this one here. Or myself, because I'm the one
Skeleton
rolling the dice.
82 turned out
Alright,
to be a
you
close
roll the
match
dice. So you get
of
number
Dutch
3.
and Danish
3 is
genomes.
there.
Her
This
DNA
one is number
fits the
3. This
traditional
one.
idea of
Yeah.
what an Anglo-Saxon should be.
That's the one. Good girl.
But skeleton 1
No.
is genetically
Black is not
closer to
included of the
earlier
game because
Iron Age
only you
Britons.
and I is playing. No one
Skeleton
else.
96 is an
I
even
got
bigger
6, so I need to
surprise
move
with
6. So
mixed
count
Northern European
1,
and
2,
native
3,
British
4,
ancestry.
5, 6.
Except
The cemetery at Oakington
Nah,
shows
you're
that
cheating
there were
now
some
again.
incomers
Oh
there.
my
But they
god.
didn't suddenly replace the Britons in the East. They mixed with them
Except
over time.
Nah, it's not. Nah,
This is
nah.
not a period
I
when
give up.
people would have
I
known
give up.
that they were
Nah.
members of a particular nation state. Nation
Yeah.
states didn't exist.
I'll start to
People
build
didn't have
again a
passports,
building.
they were citizens of
I
one
give up.
country or another.
You're not following the rules in there. You're not
Would
playing.
probably
You're
not have
cheating.
thought of
So,
themselves as Britons
not good.
or Anglo-Saxons. They would probably have thought of themselves in a much more local.
Yeah, we better put all that stuff inside and put it in the cupboard.
Geoffrey's account of Arthur defending the ancient Britons against an invading army needs a rewrite. The archaeology is telling us that there wasn't a sudden huge influx of Anglo-Saxons resulting in mass conflict. Instead, there was always contact and migration. So not invasion, but settling and farming.
There are people coming out across the North Sea, but they're not entirely replacing
what's
the groups
what?
that are here. They're bringing new styles, new ideas, new
Don't
ways of
lose
talking,
that
religions,
stuff there,
which are
Izzy.
adding to the mix that's already here.
What's what?
That's my toys.
It's not a full-scale replacement of one culture by another. People are trading, intermarrying, even swapping fashions.
We're seeing Britons adopting Saxon-style brooches. We're seeing Saxons adopting Roman-style brooches.
These things wouldn't have been in these very clear-cut identities that we ascribe to today. It would have been much more
I don't know where's the red. I'm not playing with the red.
It's trading with the Germanic world, with the Saxon
I
world,
don't
with
know.
Scandinavia. That's where their fashions, that's where their trade is being connected to.
Gosh.
In a time of great change, new settlers
Careful
were perhaps
there.
welcomed, not seen as a threat.
People live in settlements, whether you want to call them villages or hamlets or farms. going about their business, collecting eggs from their chickens, telling their children off, trying to keep the pigs away from the fields and look after their cattle, doing the things that pigs do, finding appropriate marriages for their children.
It's not a really good one.
This is a radically different view of life after the Romans left Britain from that painted by the historical sources. Far from being conquered or driven out, the native Britons in the eastern half of the country seem to have
Hey!
the northern European incomers.
I'm building here. What's wrong with you? What are you doing?
Integrating over time.
I suppose if you think of a sense like, take America
I
as an
wanted
example,
to
you've got
build
African Americans, Italian Americans,
for
people
you
adding things
all
to the various
these wood
pockets of
chips.
America. That's what's happening in Britain in the 5th and 6th centuries.
Hey! What are you doing?
And evidence of that melting pot
That's
can
it.
still be detected in Britain today.
Izzy, stop moving,
in our
please.
modern DNA.
No! Stop it!
Researchers at the
Don't touch!
University of Oxford
Don't touch!
collected DNA samples
Stay
from
away from
thousands
our
of people
building.
across Britain, whose families had a long-standing connection to their local area.
We tried to focus on individuals, all of whose grandparents were born in the same area. So in that sense, their DNA had been there at least for 2 generations and probably quite a long time before that.
Whew. Hey.
Mapped
Don't touch!
regional
Don't touch!
variations in our 21st century
Don't
genomes
touch!
in greater detail than ever before. So what do we see on this map then? What do the different colours and different shapes represent?
So each circle or square or triangle represents one of the 2,000 individuals we sampled. And then the combination of colour and shape represents a genetic group. What you see is there's one group in Cornwall, there's another group in Devon, there's a large group across much of central and southern England, groups in South Wales, North Wales, and so on as we go through.
Extraordinary about it is you've got all of these different coloured clusters which do seem to be quite localised, and I would just have expected the whole thing to be much more homogenous.
It was one of those total wow moments that we don't have too often in our career, but it was really exciting.
So why
You
is
lean
there
on
this
me!
great mass,
Now
this great
my
swathe
building is
across
destroyed.
England of these red squares? What does that represent?
I think the main thing it represents is homogeneity.
That's fascinating. So we're looking at a well-mixed area of Britain compared with not so well-mixed historically.
Yes, these are areas that have stayed relatively isolated, and here there's been rather.
Peter even has an explanation for why this area has such well-mixed DNA.
So when the Romans were here, they were largely concentrated in this area of England, and one of the things they did was to improve transportation, Roman roads, and so on. So we think what probably happened is that the Romans put down the infrastructure, which meant that in the 15 or 16 or 1700 years since, there's been rather more movement of people in this area, which homogenises the differences.
So these groups have remained relatively intact and coherent, whereas here there's been so much movement that it's mixed all those genes up.
That's absolutely right.
But has Peter identified any genetic evidence of the arrival of newcomers in this big red area in the east of the country? Do you think this pattern of red squares is explained by a massive Anglo-Saxon invasion replacing everything that was there before?
That's absolutely not the case. What's interesting is if you take a typical person in central and southern England, that accounts for about 10% of their DNA. So we do see evidence of the Anglo-Saxon migration, I think clear evidence of that. But it certainly wasn't the case that they replaced existing populations. They contributed to the DNA of modern English people, but in a minority of the DNA that's there.
Hey.
The
No,
genetic picture
don't touch.
complements the archaeology. We're not looking at an Anglo-Saxon invasion and takeover, but ongoing migration.
No good.
They're coming in and mingling